Okay. And last time I talked about the wagon wheel of marketing. And so we're going to go into more detail about that and how that works. So the whole idea is that I know that you can often be overwhelmed by all of the marketing choices out there. And last time we talked about doing an exercise where you determine what your strengths are as far as marketing, your communication strengths. Are you good at educating, communicating verbally? Maybe then, maybe then you would be good at a video or podcast or some sort of audio. Are you a good writer? Are you good at Facebook posts? Do you have a great network on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube? And so you want to utilize any asset that you have. The other part is you also made a list of where your ideal customer hangs out. Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? How do they like to receive information? What kind of marketing are you doing? Is this just brand awareness? Or are you trying to go deep and trying to educate? And depending upon, I asked you to revisit the previous Technique Tuesday to get more information on that and the questions that I provided that you need to ask yourself to decide which are your top 3 areas that you feel the strongest and will reach your audience the best. And so when you figure that out, you're going to do what I call the wagon wheel of marketing. Actually, I didn't create this. I got it from Dean Graziosi. Okay, so this is you. This is your product. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your list and find what you're strong in and where your audience hangs out. And you're going to match that up together, okay? And you're going to start with that one first. And maybe it's Facebook, okay? Facebook post, okay? And I'm going to put post here. And so you're going to get good at that. And once you get good at that and you have a few sales coming in or leads, okay? You might have, maybe you get, 3 from this, per week or something. Then you're going to add another area. Then you're going to go back to your list and you're going to add another element. And maybe this is a Facebook group. You're part of a group right here, and maybe you are going to leverage your Facebook presence and you're going to drive people into your group. And then you might get some really solid leads from that. And then you say, okay, well, that was good. And maybe you're good with blogging. And you say, oh, I'm really good at blogging, and I'm going to be doing some writing. So then you'd be doing blog, okay? But where is the blog and how do you promote it? So it might be on your website, but then you might leverage these other things to promote your blog. But let's just say you have your blog, and then you might do YouTube. Each one you want to master to a certain extent before you move on to the next one. You don't want to do everything at once. You want to do something well, and then you want to build onto it. If you can logically build onto something based on something you're strong in, you do that. Just like I mentioned, the Facebook and the Facebook group. And then your blog, you're going to leverage, sorry, I have a little tickly throat today. You're going to leverage this with your blog, and you're going to share your blog in your post and share your blogs with your group. Okay. YouTube, you might take that content that you had in your blog and make it a short YouTube. And so you're going to utilize that. And remember, sometimes you're just doing awareness. Awareness might be a Facebook post. But when you're doing a blog or YouTube, you're going deep. This is your educating. So you have to keep in mind your goals. Again, go back to that first Technique Tuesday from last week. I talk more about that. Are you going deep, or is just awareness? So you want to pick the right axles here that are going to help you meet your goal. that are going to help you get the results that you're seeking. And each one you'll just keep adding. As you master each one, you're going to keep adding. Maybe it's Instagram. Maybe it's, now you have mastered the Facebook and you feel like you can do Facebook ads. Okay. So there's lots of different areas, but you want to add one at a time. You don't want to do everything. You want to do one, get good at it. If you can leverage that and expand into another one, you do that one. Okay. And so again, you're leveraging your strengths and also keeping in mind where your customer hangs out. Do they hang out in YouTube? Do they hang out in Instagram? Do they hang out in Facebook? Where do they hang out to get information? And so that is the wagon wheel. And you're just going to keep adding spokes until you have leads coming in from all these sources. Now keep in mind, some of these sources will get you quick sales and some of them are long-term. Sometimes you are nurturing leads until they become loyal customers. Sometimes you have to add, this more in-depth information and it's nurturing them. And it's a long-term investment, but ultimately that's where you're going to get your loyal customers, your loyal clients. And so that is the wagon wheel of marketing. I hope you can see that. I can move it up a little bit closer. Oops. Okay. And so I hope you found this helpful. And if you have questions, please contact me through direct message or you can leave a comment.